It is week one of the 2023 college football season, and tonight we are kicking it off with several games we got coming up at the 6 p.m. time slot. But of course, the game we are going to be keeping our eyes on tonight, the Florida Gators at number 14 Utah. Now last year, this was an incredible game. Came down to the wire. Last 30 seconds of the game, Florida gets the interception off Cam Rising inside of the 10-yard line, at the goal line as a matter of fact, to seal the victory 29-26. It was an incredible game. It was a thrilling start to the college football season, and I don't expect tonight to let us down at all. I think that tonight is going to be an incredible game, especially considering all of the question marks surrounding the game. So let's go ahead and get into it. Last season, Florida averaged 5.5 yards per carry behind their two stellar freshman running backs, Montrell Johnson and Trevor Etienne, each of whom rushed for over 700 yards in 2022 as freshmen. Now, that was their best yards per carry total on average since 2009. Now, Utah's defense at the same time held 7 opponents to under 100 yards in 2022. Second overall ranking in the Big 12 defensively. In the Pac-12 defensively. Now, with that being said, there's so many moving pieces, so many dynamics to consider in this game. First and foremost, Utah is going to be without star quarterback Cameron Rising. Cam Rising is a phenomenal quarterback. He's got an incredible arm. He's got a really uncanny knack for making plays with his feet. He's tough. He's gritty. He is a hell of a leader by all standards. Utah, in the past 25 games, as a starting quarterback, Cameron Rising has won 18 of them. Being without their star, without their leader, their general out on the field, it is going to be really interesting to see how this Utah offense kind of plays out. We got Ja'Quinden Jackson switched from quarterback to running back last season. Who knows? Maybe he gets a little playing time at quarterback. I'm not really sure what the quarterback situation is going to be with Utah coming now that we do know that Cameron Rising is more than likely not going to be in that game. Ja'Quinden Jackson, after switching from quarterback to running back, averaged 84.6 yards per game last season, scored 7 touchdowns over a 5-game span in 2022. So it'll be interesting to see how the running game can hold up and kind of take some relief off the backup quarterback for Utah. I don't even know who the backup quarterback is. That's how you know it's going to be really rough. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be really rough. This is Billy Napier's second season with Florida. They had some really, really bright spots offensively and defensively last year. Now, they did also have some major letdowns, some blow out the water losses that, are mind-blowing and kind of staggering to me. But those kind of things are a little bit to be expected under your first-year coach. Now, this is his second season with this team. Many returning players, all of them going to be under his system for the second season. So they should gel and come together a lot better coming into this season than they did last season. And if you consider last season, Utah returning so many starters, the number 7 team to begin the season, and losing to an unranked Florida team. Now, granted, that Florida team had the freak of nature, Anthony Richardson, who has now departed for the NFL and is the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. You're not going to have that crazy playmaker, that freak athlete. However, they do have an established starter in Graham Mertz, transferring in from Wisconsin. 5,405 pass yards over his career in 32 starts at Wisconsin, 38 pass touchdowns, and a 60% completion percentage. That's in a run-first and a run-dominated offensive scheme at Wisconsin. Now, from what we've heard, they didn't even staff at Wisconsin have said that they did not utilize Graham Mertz correctly. So who knows the Graham Mertz that we're going to see coming out of Billy Napier's offense. That's what makes it so exciting, though. There's so many question marks, so many things up in the air. you don't really know which way it's going to go. We know based on last year's performances, kind of we have an idea of what the team should do, but it's a whole new season, whole new players to step up, new players to take lead, and that is what you've got to love about college football. One thing to really keep in mind, if you heard me at the beginning of this video, of this segment, I said Florida at Utah. Now, why is that such a big deal? This is going to be the first true road game. First true road game for Florida since 1987. That is crazy. For 35 years, they have not played a true road game to open the season. And they are going to be doing that tonight in a very hostile environment in Utah. In a very confident Utah program, team, school, atmosphere. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to see this game. I personally think, just based on everything surrounding the whole scenario, the whole situation with Utah, with Cam Rising not being out, the question mark on the offense, given that, I understand Kyle Whittingham he's got an incredible offense. He's an incredible coach. Their defense will surely show up to play. I have no doubt about that. But I just think that over the course of the game, Florida's ground game and their ability to run the ball is going to open up the pass game. And with a established and well-rounded passing quarterback like Graham Mertz, we'll see what he can do. We'll see if it's true that they didn't really utilize him the right way at Wisconsin, and maybe this kid has really got something that he hasn't been able to show. Right? Maybe he's the one that takes over the lead. At the end of the day, I think that the ground attack for Florida, opening up the holes that it needs to in the passing game is going to overwhelm Utah, and I think they get out of here. I think Florida upsets number 14 Utah in Utah by a score of 27-13. That's what I'm going to call it. Some will disagree with me. Some will say I'm crazy. We will find out. So there we have it. There is our breakdown for week 1, the big game of the week, at least the big game of Thursday. Florida at Utah. Coming on tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. Like I said, guys, we're going to have tons of content coming y'all's way for the duration of the season. Be sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode of the greatest show on air here at Mo Better Sports. Until Saturday, I wish you guys a great evening. Enjoy college football. It is here. We got months of it to come. And it is the best time of the year, baby. Let's go!